in boxing. Site man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
What's going on? Make sure you check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and websites in the description for a chance to win an iPhone. What you waiting on? Hurry up and go get that iPhone.
All right, Caleb Plant, must be feeling the quarantine, man. He called out David Benavidez to fight in September. He also now has called out Canelo Alvarez to fight in September. When Canelo tried to fight him back in May, May, after he fought in February, he said it wasn't enough time to turn around. So Caleb Plant, is Caleb Plant clout chasing, or he being serious? So let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I got a Duck Chronicles, or I got some Duck boxing that's going to be added onto the playlist soon, hopefully today. So pay attention for that video, and always check the Duck playlist out. This is great. But let's get into it, man. At the end of the day, I don't know if he, basically feel like he got the advantage on Benavidez. He got the advantage on Plant because, on Canelo, because they haven't fought this year, and he feel like he more in rhythm. He fought in February. I don't really think Canelo is going to fight him on the first fight back. It'll be more Billy Joe than Canelo. Canelo and this team, Eric Gomez, saying they haven't officially signed a Billy Joe contract. Nothing was finalized. So also talks about him fighting Royota Murata, but I love to see Caleb Plant and Canelo. But the problem is with that fight is that Caleb Plant, you got to knock out Canelo. If you don't knock out Canelo, you're not going to the zone and getting that clout. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing about it is I don't even think Al Heyman will let him do that, because he won't want to lose a belt to Canelo into the zone. So he will kind of consolidate with David Benavidez first. And people forget David Benavidez, he got two mandatories. He got Javier Uterman and he got Callum Smith. People forget Callum Smith is a mandatory. He's a secondary mandatory. So David Benavidez got to fight Callum Smith regardless. So, Benavidez got a unification bout lined up. Callum Smith is the lineal champion at 68, which he shouldn't be for winning that broke down tournament. He didn't even get to fight Yermin Berman, who had beat Rob Brett. So, Benavidez got an opportunity to get, 3 belts. So why sit here and make Benavidez and Plant when you can make it a 3-belt unification? And for Benavidez, I can be a unified champion at 23 years old. And the longer the fight marinate, the better I get. It is a negative to marinate in that fight for him, because he a big guy. They said he'd get up to 220. He used to be 350 pounds as a teenager, they said. So at the same time for him, he gets the yin and yang. If he feel like he can beat, Caleb Plant right now, then, go ahead and beat Caleb Plant right now. But if he can get the lineal belt and a Super WBA belt from Callum Smith, and then him and Caleb Plant fight, that's a bigger percentage for him. And then, he almost one step to undisputed. Now, can he beat Canelo Alvarez? I think he got a better style to beat Canelo as far as when everything is stacked against the cards. When everything is stacked against the cards, what I mean is you got to knock out Canelo to beat him. And I think Benavidez got the style to knock him out. I think Caleb Plant got the style to outbox him. He got the style to get Canelo problems, that Lara Floyd type of style. But, still Floyd got a draw on one of the cards. And Lara, people feel like he got robbed. I scored at 114 because he took his foot off the gas at some point, in the middle of that fight. But people still think Lara won that fight. But, at the end of the day, my eyes wouldn't even be on fighting Canelo unless I was a knockout puncher. If I'm not Beterbiev, if I'm not a guy like Benavidez probably, or if I'm not a guy like Jamal Charlo, I'm really not even looking to fight him. Even if I'm those guys, I feel why they don't want to fight him. If they don't give me enough money to sell my O, then I'm not doing it. I'm not giving Canelo no shine. All they need to do is fight each other and block Canelo out. And once that happens, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're not beating Canelo. They just invested a $300 million contract in him. So even if you beat him, you got to beat him again. And now they saying he not part of the 365 bottle drug testing. Come on, man. Same thing with the Pacquiao situation, man. Floyd was the only one that had the A side or had the power to make him, take a drug test. And that's pretty much what held up the fight. And Floyd wasn't really trying to fight him in 2009. So he threw the drug testing out there. And, Manny Pacquiao said, he's scared of needles, but he had tattoos. So it's a different type of thing. But as far as Caleb Plant, I think his destiny is going to be Benavidez. I don't even think Al will write off on him fighting Canelo Alvarez, bro, because if you beat him, you got to beat him again. And can Caleb Plant beat that guy 2 times in a row without being able to knock him out? I don't believe so. Caleb Plant is already one thing he got going for him versus Canelo. He's a small super middleweight, so Canelo can't, he can't drain him. You feel what I'm saying? And also, he got the style to make him look foolish. Now, can Canelo blow up and be a bigger fighter versus him? Yeah, but it's a fight that I would want to see it on a fair playing ground. You know what I'm saying? On even ground. But it's not going to be even, and it's sad. So I don't really care to see Canelo in there with anybody, but I don't think Al is going to write off on that until he get a winner between Benavidez and Plant. The thing about Plant, he still got Uterman, and then eventually they're going to order Callum Smith to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why Plant ain't trying to beat up Callum Smith. Call out Callum Smith. Him and Billy Joe, the 2 weakest champions in the division. I mean, even though Benavidez is supposed to fight Callum Smith, shit, fight him. And then you get the WBC mandatory status off Callum Smith. So Callum Smith ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Callum Smith ain't, the zone don't care about Callum Smith. You can drag him over to PBC and you can beat him. I think he draining himself to make that way. So that's all the better for a guy that's active. So I don't know why people ain't saying Callum Smith's name. He the lineal. He the guy to beat. He got the Super WBA. And also he holds the cards to get more money versus the ops. You put 2 belts in the lineal belt around your waist, man. You instantly should get 60-40 versus anybody in the division. So, but I don't think Al's going to sign off for him fighting Canelo. It just don't make no sense to give up a belt, especially when Canelo had and DAZN had all the belts at 60. So I don't see him doing that. Especially not knowing Caleb Plant ain't a puncher. So I say that's a bit of clout. That's a bit of clout. A lot of sour clout on that sandwich or on that damn hot dog. It's a lot of sauerkraut on that corned beef sandwich right there. I think he do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. But as far as Benavidez not gonna take that fight right now. I think Uterman might be healthy. So he'll fight Alexis Romero, whatever his name is. Then he probably fight Uterman. And then they probably going to order Callum Smith down the road if Callum Smith don't vacate and move up because he a big dude. So, you ain't going to see Caleb Plant and Benavidez. They want that fight to happen this year. You ain't going to see that fight happen till probably like 2022. You ain't going to see a lot of big fights happening. Like I might go live tonight to talk about what Lou DiBella says. A lot of these dudes is woofing and they pump faking. And they say they want the best fights. They say they want to fight top guys right now. Why? Everybody hands tied behind their back with Corona. But when boxing start back up, it's going to start off with studio fights. It's going to start off with, they're going to try to do pay-per-view. They're going to flop. And a lot of the money not going to be there to make a lot of these fights. So you're looking at probably 1 or 2 years until pay-per-view really bounced back. But it never really bounced back, you feel me, from Mayweather-Pacquiao. They had some good numbers with Golovkin and Canelo around that time. But it really ain't bounced back. All the promotion they put into Deontay and Tyson Fury, and that still didn't reach $1 million. They put way more promotion in that fight than they did for Pacquiao and Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So pay-per-view ain't the way. Just guys gonna have to take less money to build their clout back up, and fight on regular TV. So a lot of these dudes woofing, like Plant and Benavidez and him calling out Canelo, the money gonna be there on the zone. The zone got deep pockets regardless on how you look at it. They got the bread. So that's more likely to happen, Canelo and Caleb Plant, because the money there. But I don't think Al gonna sign off on that shit. But then again, Benavidez and Plant, that ain't gonna happen for another year or two. Because the money ain't there. They're gonna try to throw a $70, $80, $100 price tag on that fight. And that's why they build fights up, to build notoriety up. And PBC learning in the 54-pound division, in the 47-pound division with some close calls that you can build it up. And then it can all be torn down in one fight you don't see coming. So, other than that, man, I don't see neither one of those fights, Caleb Plant, Canelo, Caleb Plant, Benavidez, happening for a couple years. And that's just my humble opinion on that, man. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to me there anytime you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Twitter's the quickest way to get in touch with me. Want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description. Cash App, PayPal. Other than that, man, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, check out for my Duck Chronicle video, my Duck Goose video coming later on. Maybe even be tonight, man. Not pretty sure. But other than that, let me know what you guys think about, Plant, Benavidez, Plant, Canelo. Callum Smith, Benavidez, Callum Smith, Plant. What you think about some of those matchups happening? Who you got winning? Appreciate the love, support. Rest in power to Tony Harrison's father, who passed away from COVID-19. I got the news early this morning, so shout out to Tony Harrison. Hopefully he pulled through and he can get over this, man. It's gonna be a lot to get over. He was just on live with Christopher Colbert the other night, so losing the pop, that got to be tough, man. So prayers out and blessings up to Tony Harrison. One time for the one time we go.